Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to Thursday night's Max Out Scary Dinos. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. You see from the thumbnail there, I've got Carnage Tyrant, I've got Tyrranax Rex, very scary against control opponents and the like, but Kogla and Yadaro now, recently from March of the Machine. Man, fantastic stuff right there. Oh my goodness. 6 for a 7/7 trample haste. Oh, maybe this is a lovely top deck. They swept us and boom, we get this. We're off to the races. Or Tyrranax Rex, either one. Lovely to have that. But Kogla and Yadaro's ability there, fantastic. 2 and a red and a green. Discard it. Destroy up to 1 artifact or enchantment. So you don't have to destroy something. You can just discard it to mainly cycle it back into your library. Well, it's better than cycling because you don't lose it to the graveyard. You draw a card and that's pretty good. But it's nice to have a little bit of coverage for artifacts and enchantments and just fantastic removal. Fighting, when it enters the battlefield, you might not want to give it trample or haste, or there might be something just really big you want to get out of the way. And that's going to do it. Regisaur Alpha or Otepec Huntmaster here, giving Kogla. I always put an extra A right between the G and the L. I don't know, it's a habit from the first printing of this. Maybe I read the G as an A. Something like that. Yes, 5 ways. It's good. I'm just explaining how, for whatever reason, I call it Kogla. I had an extra A in there, but that's how it is. In my mind, at least. I'll get it real eventually. Kogla. That just sounds wrong. Huh. But yeah, anyways, entering Regisaur, Huntmaster, giving this haste. You fight something, you still get to attack with it. That's going to be lovely. Mana-wise, 22 lands. Seems pretty fantastic. Easy. Able to cast stuff. And you can see there's only one Thunderherd Migration. One spell that grabs basic lands. There's no Topiary Stomper. That could be a little bit problematic. Oh yes, it definitely seems like a nice addition. I used it a little bit before, maybe a week or two ago. I've got to turn the music down a second. But yeah, Thunderherd Migration here. One spell, a playset. That's grabbing basics, so that's why I trimmed it down. As you can see, 5 forests, 1 mountain, where usually like 8 or 9 potentially. That means I can bring in, space for Crag Crown Pathway, Timber Crown Pathway. I want to keep the sources of turn 1 green untapped to, pretty healthy levels, just to keep the possibility of using Commune with Dinosaurs on turn 1 alive. So that could be Timber Crown, that could be Boseiju, which is making another appearance today. Fantastic, of course. Not so fantastic of a price in paper. But there's that. Timber Crown, 3. Forest is 8. Carplucin Forest, be 12. Stomping Ground, a total of 16 things that could enter or just allow for that turn 1 green for Commune. And I think 16 sources of untapped green on turn 1 should do the trick, I would hope. Oh, 100%. It is fitting. Hey, maxed out scary. Max Scary Dinos. I think I'm going to make the deck art that. The Bob Ross Island is currently the deck art. That doesn't fit quite so well. It's not very tranquil. There we go. Unfinity Stomping Ground. Fantastic stuff. But other than that, I think it's going to be nice in the early game here. I was caught out, unfortunately, a little bit last night. Wayward Swordtooth, Topiary Stomper, not having those guys turned on. You can easily turn them on, but they weren't turned on fast enough that I could block and deter a few opponents' aggression. Like I was saying, it was kind of rough. I was worried about that possibility, and it was confirmed last night. So Shifting Ceratops, lovely body, just to buy us some time, get to the bigger stuff. That's the idea, at least. But of course, could bring in Rampaging Raptor, the new one, also from March of the Machine. Ripjaw Raptor, of course, would be nice as well. And other than that, it's just ramp, risky ramp with this, but also very fantastic playing multiple things a turn due to the cost reduction, as always, from these guys. And that's about it. It's just nice to have fighting, a little bit of interaction, take stuff out, and be left with a lovely body. Sideboard-wise, Back to Nature is back in, because I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to fight or face some more enchantment-based stuff. It's been a little while since I've regularly went up against 5-color, Enigmatic, Fires of Invention. I have faced some Yorion, Esper Yorion, Azorius, Blink, and painful decks. Doom Foretold, that's it. Making us sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent. If we can't, we have to discard a card, and they get a knight, and they draw a card, and we lose 2 life. It's very, very painful. But there is Ripjaw. Speaking of, well, we'll see. I think it should be good starting with all these costly things, but maybe the curve is a little bit too high. I could see trimming Tyrranax Rex, switch it with Ripjaw, switch that and bring it in, just to keep the curve a little bit lower to start off with. Brotherhood's End, I felt the itch for this. Deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. That is definitely devastating. Although it's not instant speed, Flame Sweep certainly has been an all-star some of these past nights, but just the 3 damage. Bone Crusher Giant, Graveyard Trespasser, take out Liliana. And we can destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less if it makes sense to do so. Maybe we happen to face some artifact leaning deck. This is definitely going to bring the pain. Then just Savage Stomp, if I want more interaction. Possibly trim Tyrranax Rex, bring in Ripjaw, and then maybe Carnage Territory. Possibly commune with Dinosaurs to bring in this Savage Stomp. Hopefully fighting with Ripjaw, just take out a bunch of things. Kogla and Yadaro also fighting. That's going to be nice. A nice bit of interaction, I think. We cover artifacts, enchantments, no graveyards, but certainly Tranquil Throwback is good for that. I just don't face a whole lot of those decks, and I think I have enough power, at least tonight. I can just blast right through the opponent. Hopefully. But I definitely miss Tranquil Throwback, I must say. I hope I don't get caught off guard. Maybe some reanimation strategy is going to come up. Atraxa, cheating that out of the graveyard is always painful. Or Dimir Rogues, they want to have us with 8 or more cards in their graveyard, and then it turns on all their rogue stuff. So of course it would be nice to get Tranquil Throwback down and not have to worry about that. But this hand is not a worry, I must say. Wow, good. 100%. Speaking of, where is it? Okay, I'll play my land. I'll go Karplusan Forest first, just in case I draw another land. Then I don't have to go Boseiju. It might be nice eventually down the line. Okay, well, the Boseiju it is. Now it looks like mono green, Devotion. Thunderherd Migration, grab a second source of red. I will need it for this. And if I grab a second source of red, excuse me, I am able to play Otepec Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor next turn. Excuse me. I need some more coffee, perhaps. Where is it? Tranquil Throwback. I got my extended art Tranquil Throwbacks just recently. Lovely, lovely stuff. Nope, and you see there, look, it's trying to use Karplusan and the Mountain. That's happened to me one too many times. Not again. This is good. Yeah, we have to take one. Perfectly fine. Hopefully, getting another land at the very least, I would be able to slap down Regisaur Alpha with this. Yeah, the extended art Tranquil Throwback is beautiful. It's not too much of a difference from the regular one. Pretty fantastic. Oh, Castle Garenbig entering the battlefield tapped. Unfortunately, we don't have a force to help it enter untapped. That's too bad. But I do threaten Cavalier of Thorns, so Marauding Raptor is going to swing on in and see what happens. I imagine they'll take 6 and it's okay. We've got Carnage Tyrant or Kogla and Yadaro next turn. Either one should be quite fantastic. Hopefully they have... okay, no Karn. No portal to Phyrexia. I hope. Cross your fingers. I'll probably be sacrificing Marauding Huntmaster and the token. Leave behind Regisaur Alpha to give stuff haste and whatnot. I just hope they don't get another Kiora plus Karn there. Oh boy. Just a bunch of lands and dorks. Oh, okay. Okay, well, it is another Kiora. And a Paradise Druid. Beautiful stuff. That was not a very painful Storm the Festival. Fantastic. I like it. Oh, okay. So the question becomes, Kogla and Yadara reduced to 4. I can play that to fight and still attack with Regisaur Alpha. Now, it would die after it fights the Cavalier of Thorns. Marauding Raptor would bring its toughness down to 5, right in line with Cavaliers. So that doesn't feel too good, but it still will have haste. I could take out the Llanowar Elves, potentially. I could use Commune to dig for Ghalta. That could also be good. I'm gonna use Commune. At the very least, I get a land for the turn, the forest, so I can still go with all this good stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it. I'm just going to attack with everything. If the Paradise Druids want to block, fine by me. Cavalier of Thorns blocks somebody, maybe taking advantage of being able to drop the dinosaur turtle, perhaps. Next turn, another dino turtle. I think that's going to be pretty nice. Of course, they could get another Storm the Festival or something painful. We took down a Llanowar Elf and a Paradise Druid. That's pretty good. That is also good. Yes, got him. Whew. All right. But Brotherhood's End. Sometimes it could be a little bit devastating against Mono Green. Of course, a lot of their stuff is big. However, Mono Green doesn't always use Paradise Druid. It's very interesting to see that. I imagine they have the 8 Dorks, Llanowar Elves, and Elvish Mystic, and then Paradise Druid here. Maybe they don't have Elvish Mystic. Either way, taking out that stuff, drop it down Karn perhaps after they -2. He would be at 3 loyalty. Brotherhood's End would drop that guy. And also Brotherhood's End is going to soften up their big stuff, take out their small stuff, soften up the big stuff, and then a lot of the trample damage will get through from Carnage Tyrant and Kogla, whatever it is. It's going to be nice. I like that. However, bringing in Brotherhood's End, we do lose these guys here. I still want to go fast. With dinosaurs, I'm going to trim that for Brotherhood's End. Hopefully it doesn't get a little bit too awkward. First hand or second hand, if I see Brotherhood's End, it would have been Commune, and maybe it would have been nice to have Commune instead just to keep the consistency up. But this hand is quite lovely. 3 lands, 2 things for 2. Very good chance to see this. Oh, more lands as well. Of course, Stomping Ground turn 1. We don't have Commune. Get that entered, tapped. Okay, okay, good stuff, good stuff. I was thinking. The Elvish Mystic is around, and the Paradise Druid. Hopefully they barf a lot of that Thunderherd Migration. Well, maybe. I'll go with Thunderherd Migration just because, well, if I went Huntmaster, there's nothing Huntmaster would accelerate out at the moment. No shifting Ceratops or Ripjaw Raptor or anything like that in my hand. Not that Huntmaster would have died this turn, but of course they do painful things. Possibly Brotherhood's End next turn. That would be nice. Potentially taking out 2 dorks. 3 dorks. Oh, ooh, well, that's not Brotherhood's End. But it might be an end. If Huntmaster is sticking around. Again, they could get painful things with Storm the Festival here. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but usually Storm the Festival is pretty good. Portal to Phyrexia, perhaps. Or Transmogrifying Wand. Something that deals with creatures. Okay, yeah, that's also good, also good. Nuts. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Well, it's definitely Marauding Raptor. Regisaur Alpha next turn for 5. Yeah, we can do Regisaur plus Ghalta next turn, even having to pay such an increased cost, 2 for all our spells. We haven't lost yet, but it is getting a little bit scary. Castle Garenbrig to get 6 green, as long as we leave 1 red source over for 7. Regisaur Alpha for 5, Ghalta for 2, only needing 1 red source for all of that. Ooh, the Portal to Phyrexia is coming up. Okay, okay, I get it, I get it. I know when it's over. However, Kogla and Yadaro, that could be nice. Taking out Godfarer's statue. We'll keep that in mind. Of course, the ability there, that's not a spell, so we still pay the 4. We don't have to pay 6. That would be pretty painful. But yeah, definitely I like the Brotherhood's End, I must say. The dorks plus the Paradise Druids. Maybe they took out Paradise Druid. They want to start off safe with Llanowar Elves and that, just because it has hexproof. Keep their game plan alive, and then when they realize, oh, it's a deck that doesn't interact too much, they bring in the Elvish Mystic game 2. Although it definitely would be nice if they still had all 3 and Brotherhood's End decimates all of that. But this looks nice. Huntmaster, Hasty Shifting Ceratops on turn 3. Ooh. I like it. No Castle Garenbrig to help get the earlier T-Rex, but I think we'll at least get to Regisaur Alpha here at some point. Oh, we will. Good. Very good. And very nice seeing that Paradise Druid. If I see Brotherhood's End at any point, it's painful to lose Huntmaster, I must say. But we still would be left with Shifting Ceratops, and that would set him back a decent bit. Oh, keep playing the dorks. I like that. Hopefully Tyrranax Rex next turn. Gotta be Regisaur Alpha though, definitely. Kogla and Yadaro certainly would be nice. Don't have Marauding Raptor out, so I can safely fight Cavalier of Thorns, attack in with a 7-2 temporarily damaged. I mean, Paradise Druid probably would block it. at that point. Oof. 2 lands, you can do it. 2 dorks, a land and a dork. Ooh. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. It makes me wish for Tamer Battle Rage or Embercleave to give somebody double strike and trample. Okay. Well, we're gonna search for Portal to Phyrexia, and that's how it goes. Of course, there are some things that help hate against mono green, but sometimes they just pop off. You attack them on one angle and they still get the job done. Of course, I wasn't really attacking them on any specific angle, but Damping Sphere, something that takes away the ability of Nykthos to tap for so much mana, does make pretty good sense. But then they have lots of ramp from all their creatures and things. Yeah. Yeah, that Brotherhood's End. Getting it a little bit earlier, I think, would have helped big time. Not nearly as much ramp with the dorks themselves. Nykthos is tapping for a lot less. I like it. Oh, that's beautiful stuff. Absolutely. Huntmaster, hasty shifting. Hopefully it's nothing too painful, but we see the Jace avatar, so it could be well, something painful, I was going to say. If Huntmaster survives, we got Marauding plus Shifting Ceratops coming up. Don't expect Huntmaster to live. It's always nice when that happens, though, I must say. That's alright. We'll get him. We'll get him. That's what I thought. When they get to 3, it feels like they probably want to do that. Certainly, I mean, Commune. It's like it's a land for the turn. That's definitely one we're going to be grabbing, but maybe something is nicer. It's got to be Stomping Ground. Alright, another shifting next turn. That's going to be good already. It's nice having shifting instead of, say, the Topiary Stomper or the Wayward Swordtooth, one that have been able to attack and block and just have a nice body that comes down. Shifting Ceratops. 3 for a 5/4. Protection from blue, can't be countered, is pretty fantastic stuff, I must say. You might as well start off with it. The 5 power, of course, lines up with Sheoldred quite nicely. That's always good. Well, at least it wasn't Sheoldred this turn. Just the Harvester. Okay. I like it. Oh, I also like Regisaur Alpha too. Maximum aggression. Reckoner Bankbuster could become a creature. Killing Shifting Ceratops or Marauding Raptor. It would cleanly block the token though, so I don't think I want to do that. Could just be nice to take down the Reckoner Bankbuster. I feel like it would trade with Shifting or Marauding, so I'll attack with the token, see what happens. Something from them is dying. Alright, good stuff. Another hasty shifting next turn, I imagine. They'll probably take out shifting with the Fatal Push, maybe sacrifice that blood token. Blood Tithe Harvester, sacrifice itself to get shifting -2/-2. Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant to finish it off. Oh, okay. So we don't have to worry about that, potentially. There is Shieldridge. Gonna get a little bit out of control, especially with Reflection of Kiki-Jiki copying the Blood Tithe Harvesters next turn. However, shifting, like I said, threatens Shieldred. I'll just attack with both. You know what, I'll attack with everything. Maximum aggression. Shieldred will block Regisaur the token? Nah, whatever. If I take out Harvester, I like it. Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I like it. I like that. And hopefully a 5th land next turn for the other Regisaur. Possibly Kogla and Yadaro use its ability, discard it to destroy Reflection. Okay. That's good. I like that, I must say. That was worth it to me. Take him down quite a bit. Regisaur Alpha next turn. They're getting flooded a little bit. Okay. Now I just hope they don't have another Shieldred in hand. That's not fun. Yeah, I'll use this ability, even if they don't have an enchantment or an artifact. We'll draw a card, replace this, and hope it's the 5th land, or just gets us closer to that 5th land. Whatever they want to get rid of, go for it. Got lots of good things. I think it's going to be Regisaur Alpha, though. Probably Regisaur Alpha. Okay. They feel pretty good about their chances. Maybe they don't have removal for the token, of course. We'd only take them down to 4, and they'd feel pretty healthy, I think. Oh, beautiful stuff. Ooh, another one. Well, that's kind of painful. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Got between a rock and a hard place. You know what? Thunderherd Migration. I reveal a dinosaur. We'll get to 5, maybe get to 6 next turn. Have the token hopefully block the glutton. Cross my fingers they didn't get a fatal push or something that makes me sacrifice things. Here goes nothing. 6th land next turn for... Okay, well... They better hope we don't get a 6th land. Ooh. Gotta be Carnage Tyrant. Just because I have 2 Kogla and Yadaros. Oh, there it is, folks. We got it. Beautiful stuff. Auto pay. We're gonna fight the Graveyard Glutton. Okay. Hopefully they don't have something that gets rid of it. Okay, they gotta play the Bone Crusher Giant to save themselves, that's for sure. And at least they don't have... No, yeah, just attack. Bone Crusher has to block. That's how it is. Oh boy. I could top deck a lot of stuff. I can play anything at this point now, which is... Oh, we got him. There we go. Exactly. Lethal. Woo! Woo! Boy. That was nice. Fantastic stuff. I'm just... Hey. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for that. Yes, that was good. Yeah, they were at 7. Attack had to block to live, and then they got the fatal push, which is not so fatal. Maybe it knocks Kogla right off Yadaro. Kogla jumps right back on. He's hanging by an arm. No, doesn't do anything. Not so fatal push. You can see he's holding on pretty good, so it's going to be hard to dislodge him. That's for sure. However, yeah, Brotherhood's End. We saw the Bone Crusher and whatnot. Like I was saying, it can be pretty devastating against this deck and other aggressive stuff. Ripjaw, not so much. Two Ghaltas. Two communes. And Ghalta certainly probably is going to be public enemy number 1. If they see it, maybe they discard it. If they don't feel too comfortable with the chance of, seeing it down the line. Maybe they don't have a whole lot of removal, and what we have might indicate a Ghalta, a good potential of Ghalta. So get rid of her. Doesn't have hexproof or ward or anything like that. However, now this is too risky. Huntmaster probably would go down. Okay, that is way better, I must say. Send Karplusan Forest to the bottom. We got 3 lands, technically 4 with Thunderherd Migration here, and Tyrranax Rex too. Okay, hey, good old Huntmaster, but as always, this is painful stuff. Stable ramp with Thunderherd Migration, and we're off to the races. Could need 2 sources of red coming up. We'll see. Hopefully Marauding and Huntmaster stick around. They're not discarded. Stompagram probably having... Yeah. We'll try for that. Hope for the best. At the very least, I imagine one of these things is going to live. So that's good. Even if none of them live, we still would get Shifting Ceratops next turn. Possibly Regisaur Alpha. Go for the throat. Well, that is exciting stuff. I always love seeing that used against a Huntmaster. Oh, double go for the throat. Man, they are... It's okay. They're packing removal, that's for sure. I'm going to try for a shifting. A third go for the throat. Go for the dino. Theodred. Okay, just a Blood Tithe Harvester. Maybe sacrificing that blood token to meet the requirement of Fatal Push, perhaps. Definitely Thunderherd Migration. We get to 5. Possibly we'll get to 6 next turn. Be able to just straight up play Tyrranax Rex if Huntmaster goes down. But if it lives, we've got T-Rex. Boom. Hasty. Scary damage. I'm going to see if we can take out that Bank Buster. I'm not too worried about our situation here. Regisaur next turn, as long as it's not discarded. Stop them from drawing things. Rather than be starved. Starve them out a little bit. Yeah. We lose Huntmaster. Yeah, we got Shieldred. That's okay. Land, you can do it. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. Well, that's not a land. It's okay. Regisaur is nice. It does have a mana value of 5, so it dodges Fatal Push, which is pretty fantastic. They certainly have much less go for the throats. I mean, they used 2 already. There could be a low chance we see more of them. Able, not too bad. Definitely the token. What am I thinking? Sifting Ceratops does get trampled. That is going to be nice. Take out Liliana of the Veil. I would like that indeed. Nah, can't afford to do that. They've got Den of the Bugbear and we're already down to 10. I want to possibly just trade with Shieldred with the Shifting Ceratops, I hope. Two Fables. That one is good enough, but 2 is, well, it will get away from us, that's for sure. If we don't do something quick here. Brotherhood's End, of course. I mean, it will be quite devastating taking out Liliana and the Goblin tokens. Soften up Shieldred so that she would be killed by Regisaur Alpha or pretty much anything. Marauding Rafter, if it could survive the 3 damage from Brotherhood's End. I don't know if it had 4 toughness or something. Well, you don't want to attack. Another shifting. What? I'll try and take out Liliana, see what happens. Okay, I like that. We can give it trample, take Liliana, not completely dead, but take her down to 1 so she can't -2, and I take out those 2 goblins, which stops their treasures and stuff. Not that they need a whole lot more mana at this point. They certainly have enough lands. I'm just hoping for another land in T-Rex next turn. I imagine Liliana's going to do the +1 though. We'll lose this guy, sadly. Wait and see what we draw next turn. Maybe they don't want to do the +1 just because they have some good stuff in their hand. Like that. Thoughtseize, I mean, it would have taken the thing out of our hand. They would have lost 2 life. Effectively the same thing with Liliana's ability. But they didn't lose 2 life. Carnage turn. I can play that. Now we're just too far gone at this point. Maybe... No. Reflection of Kiki Jiki is going to copy Bone Crusher Giant next turn. Plus they would attack with Den of the Bugbear. And we be definitely done for. But hopefully that Brotherhood's End. Let's see it. Not have to worry quite as much about Liliana and most of their creatures. I can't swing that. If it was 2 lands, of course, somehow, and 2 Thunderherd migrations. Keep the stable ramp plan going. Oof, that is certainly a lot better. Huntmaster probably would go down, send 1 to the bottom, 3 lands, 4 lands-ish with Thunderherd. That's got to be good. See if they're tapped out. Oh, something for 1. I think Huntmaster could live, but if he lives till it gets around to their turn, he still probably would die anyways. Just play it safe. There's such a good chance that Huntmaster would die. And we still could get shifting next turn, or be at 4 lands. Stomp, Fatal Push could have happened. Fable of the Mirror Breaker coming up, I would imagine. Try for shifting Ceratops. See what happens. We certainly have enough lands at this point. We're in range of Carnage Tyrant eventually, and Tyrranax Rex, I hope. But all the good stuff. Really good stuff. Eventually, we'll get there. One day. But yeah, with that Castle Garenbrig, Carnage, T-Rex, Regisaur Alpha, Kogla, Yadaro, yeah, Fight Shieldred. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully see a commune with dinosaurs next turn, although there is only 2, so that is a fairly low chance. But either commune or one of those big scary dinos. We've got it. Hey, 2 lands. Good. Pay 1 black to see 2 lands and take 2. Gotcha. Beautiful stuff. I always love them when that happens. I timed that perfectly. I want to press it again. My goodness. Right as I drew that Carnage turn, which of course, well, they would have discarded. Oh. The ultimate. Cross your fingers they don't have Liliana. They get a second source of black here. They only have 1 swamp, so you don't have to worry about her quite yet. You can make a sacrifice, Carnage, or lots of painful things. They might just play Bone Crusher. You would have enough power combined with the Harvester to take Carnage out if they double blocked. That is good. That is good. Like it. They only have 5 combined power. Oh, and I got Brotherhood's End. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just attacking with Carnage Tyrant. I imagine they would play Bone Crusher Giant next turn. I think I could get more value. It might be nice just to take out the Goblin and Harvester. We'd stop ourselves from taking 5 damage, and they would get 1 less treasure. You know what? Let's do it. I like that. Don't be too greedy. And plus I use a Brotherhood's End. Maybe they don't expect another one. Of course, they don't have another one yet. But there could be a pretty good chance to draw it with the full playset of it in. Yeah, Shieldred's Edict. I'm used to that, unfortunately. Tyrranax Rex, let's go. Oh, Regisaur Alpha. Now that's definitely a nice thing. If Harvester wants to block the token, block the token. I'm perfectly okay with that. We'll get a point of damage through. Now, the token probably, well, it dies easily to Fatal Push and lots of stuff, so just because it won't last long, might as well make use of it by dropping the Harvester. they're getting scared. 0-10, we could possibly get them. Reflection of Kiki Jiki might not have to block. They might not want to take 4, but still. I'm liking this. Let's just hope we don't see another Thunderherd or land. I mean, 4, 8. 8 in the top 15. Ouch. Digging for that other land, I think. Oh, and another Regisaur Alpha to lock it up. The token has to block. This is lethal damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. They would have to take out every single creature, or take out 1, 2 more to block. It doesn't matter what connects, they die next turn. Burn down the house. Oh, that is painful. That did the trick. Ouch. Tyrranax Rex, though. Another Regisaur Alpha. Shifting Ceratops. That was... Commune with Dinosaurs. Marauding Raptor. That is something. But yeah, there are just so many things that would finish them off. There's a very, very good chance that we're going to see any of them. I want to see it pretty quick, though. They're going to run away with things now that Reflection has flipped. Oof. Oh, boy. Attacking with the Bank Buster, that's okay. Certainly taking it. Tyrranax Rex, let's go. Oh, this is nice. Perhaps. Still probably dead next turn, I would imagine. Kogla and Yadaro. 2 things would have to block it for them to survive. If it entered with Trample and Haste. If Reflection or Blood Tithe block, they still die. They're at 5. Both blocking that. 4. Could be good. I think we're still probably dead, though, because of Shieldred. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Nothing you can do when you just draw a bunch of lands. You have enough, and everybody gets flooded sometimes. Everybody will get flooded. It's just unfortunate not seeing a Tyrranax Rex being below a quarter of the way through the deck. Ouch. Nuts. Yeah, get them next time. Did fantastic stuff, just got a little bit unlucky. We got the Big Scary Dinos. They're going to bring the pain, continue to bring the pain. But I think it was a good showing against Rakdos, I must say. Lots of bodies, lots of haste. So many things we could have top decked. Shiftings, commune to dig to grab the thing that has haste, whatever it is. With a top deck Kogla and Yadaro instead of that marauding. Boom. Done for. Just a little bit sooner. But this hands, that is beautiful stuff. Turn 1 commune to probably grab another land. Get closer to Regisaur Alpha. Oh, Castle Garenbreak especially. Get to Carnage Tyrranax or T-Rex down the line here. Do have 2 sources of red for Kogla and Yadaro though, so that is nice indeed. Just a bunch more lands. We've got Regisaur, even if Marauding goes down. Now, question becomes, what is it? Chromatic red? Mono red ramp? Whatchamacallit? I think that could be a pretty good possibility. Mono red Fires of Invention with Cleansing Wildfire to target their own Darksteel Citadel. It's not destroyed, but they still get to search for a basic land. I think that's what it is. Got to be mono red fires. Yeah. Destroy castle. We've got another castle. A fantastic thing, because... Oh, I guess not. If they want to... Hey, that helped us out. We now can safely go Huntmaster. Of course, they didn't know it, but sometimes, you know, it's not all bad. Marauding, chances are, is going to die. And then you get to play this safely. But if Marauding doesn't die, you get fantastic aggression. So either way, lives, dies, you're still doing good things. I like it. Get Regisaur next turn no matter what. Possibly this here. Discarding it to destroy maybe Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let me think. Well, I'll definitely go with Commune. I can still do either. I want a Ghalta. Yes, maximum aggression. I think that's on the agenda for us. They just have a colorless source with the blast zone, so we can nicely attack and not have to worry about maybe some instant speed damage for 2 or 3, something like that. And if everything survives, we get Ghalta. If everything dies, we still get Regisaur Alpha. They won't have that token. But we'll see. Fires of Invention coming up. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case. Mono Red Devotion. Mono Red Control. Something like that. Cascading Cataracts could be a possibility. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim, making 1 mana of any color with Cascading Cataracts, using Golos' ability to play a bunch of cards from the top of their library. Something like that. Hey, destroy Karplusan Forest. I'm going to get a source of red that I don't have to take 1 damage for, and that's a big help. They're dead next turn though. They gotta be. They only have 2. 3. Yeah. Maybe they can do something with this 2 mana here. I don't know. I mean, they see Ghalta. Cleansing Wildfire. Okay. So, well, we still get Ghalta, so that's not a problem. Plenty of basics. Beautiful. Oh, devastating amounts of damage. Okay. Interesting. But still, I think Fires of Invention is waiting in the wings there. Like I mentioned, Cleansing Wildfire. Targeting Darksteel Citadel. It has Indestructible. It's a land. Doesn't die. So for 1 in a red, they ramp. They search for a basic land. And they draw a card, which is very good value. It's better than Thunderherd Migration, I must say, for 1 in a green. But, you know, they have to have that specific Darksteel Citadel, and it could mess them up. you get a bunch out early, colorless sources, they might want red sources. We'll see. But artifacts and enchantments and things. We didn't see too many. However, Fires of Invention and Fable of the Mirror Breaker, it would be nice if Back to Nature took those out. Yeah. You know what? Back to Nature. I'm too worried about Fires of Invention. Oh, I like it. Turn 1, source of green, commune with dinosaurs, grab the second land for marauding, or Back to Nature. Hopefully it is a source of red untapped. Stomping Ground or something would be quite fantastic. Oof, and no land. Oh my goodness, that is definitely painful stuff. Kogla and Yadaro, though, get some more artifact and enchantment hate. And hope the next land's coming up. That's not right. Well, at least there was commune. I dug 5 closer to land. My goodness. 1 in the top 11, 12. Hey, it's another land. This is good. This is good. At least we have Back to Nature, and I'm not waiting 5 turns to, well, see that castle. Thank you very much. That helped us out. We got a source of red from rotting, and that is perfect. Perfect, really. And Castle Garenbig could have been nice, but that was definitely better, I think. Yeah, I'll just go with Huntmaster. Hopefully getting a second source of green next turn. Marauding for 1, shifting for 2. But at the very least, Back to Nature to take out that Fires of Invention. Gotta be. Hopefully. Just a lot of Field of Ruin, Cleansing Wildfire, taking out Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. It would be painful, potentially, for a mono green Devotion player, I must say. Ugh, my goodness. At the very least, I get to attack with Marauding. I was thinking of holding back to Nature just to get rid of Fable of the Mirror Breaker and have them not sculpt their hand coming up here when they put the second counter on, of course. But maybe it gets them to that Fires of Invention, and then we get a little bit more value from this next turn. I can deal with that. We'll grab a forest. Not too bad. Oh, that is a little bit rough. We don't get shifting Ceratops next turn, unfortunately, but hey, just a Huntmaster. Hopefully get some more lands at some point here, although, I mean, we have seen 4 so far. Grab some from the ones that they destroyed that we had. Maybe they don't have Fires of Invention, but definitely next turn at the very least, I get to use Back to Nature and not have to worry about Reflection of Kiki Jiki too much. Oh boy, let me think. Cityscape Leveler. We've got 6, 7 with the treasure token. I don't like that. I do like shifting to threaten Karn. Do they have another land in hand? We're about to find out. Hopefully they don't. Good stuff. We're getting there in the land department. It's taken quite some time, but at least this deck hasn't been too painful, just destroying a bunch of lands. And Ugin, though, that's probably is going to lock things up, especially with the situation we got going on. Can't bust through that. Can only go Otepec Huntmaster this turn. They go Cityscape Leveler next turn, destroying Huntmaster, and yeah, I feel it would just be too painful. However, kind of thinking Brotherhood's End. Maybe take out a bunch of artifacts that they have, but take out Karn, Ugin, possibly if they do -4, comes back around to our turn. Brotherhood's End. Dead. Dead. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe. I'm going to take out Back to Nature. Hopefully I don't see an early Fires of Invention. You never know, we could have been lucky, but I want something different. Commune with Dinosaurs. Increase that consistency, although seeing such few lands, you know, that was just a little bit unlucky on our part. Variance, of course. You see a lot, you see a little, and everything in between. I can work with that. Bunch of lands in Marauding, good chance to get to Carnage Tyrranax. It seems that a lot of their interaction is just on lands itself. Possibly Brotherhood's End, but I don't think they would use it on a single Marauding Raptor, so it might be safe for a few turns here. Gonna go with Marauding. There's nothing it powers out next turn, however. I could just cycle Sheltered Thicket. I've got 2 other lands, and cycling this might be nice to get a little bit closer to something impactful. However, Boseiju to take out the Stone Brain. I kind of like that. Nah. I'll just go with Timber Crown Pathway. Attack them for 2 and see what they name. If it is Carnage Tyrranax, that actually could be good. We draw 2 cards. We have a ton of other fantastic stuff, but I feel they're going to pop it this turn. Probably. Okay, I guess not. Hey, Huntmaster. Good stuff. Either Cycle Sheltered Thickets, use Boseiju. Pop the Stone Brain, you know you want to do it. Oh, Chandra is going to take out Huntmaster, unfortunately. Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, it would have been nice if I didn't, but what can you do? Another one. Well, I still get to go Carnage Tyrranax. Goddess to Castle Garenbrig. Goddess Carney T with 5 lands. Nice and stable. If they want to pop the Stone Brain, it's a little bit too late. We've already got Carnage on the battlefield. Maybe they're going to name something else, perhaps, and we get the second Carnage Tyrranax next turn. They can't do nothing. I don't think. Yeah. Maybe they name Carnage Tyrranax. Maybe they Named Tyrranax Rex. Maybe it's Ghalta. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I only have 2 copies in the list. It's not super painful. Lots of other good stuff coming up. Oh boy, Karn's going down. They can play something big next turn with the ramp from Chandra. Let's see what it is if I don't like it. Possibly they have Portal to Phyrexia. They wouldn't be able to play it though. Perilous Vaults, also quite nice. However, the Seiju and T-Rex, I'm going to drop both of those things. Just take them both out. Don't ask questions. No Perilous Vault this turn. We'll get them next turn. Okay, we got them this turn. Boom. Top deck. Haste. Love it. Oh, that is scary amounts of damage. Max scary. We see 1 Carnage, 1 T-Rex, 1 Ape Dinosaur Turtle. Beautiful. Probably could have made it work not attacking their planeswalkers, but it wasn't lethal. It wasn't quite, and I didn't want something bad to happen to both of them. They have some sort of sweeper. They need a total of 9 in a single turn to do this. 4 plus 5 to tap and exile Perilous Vaults. Exile all non-land permanents. Chandra ramps for 2 red. That could have got him there. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So we might have been 1 turn off, but I saw this. Nah. Victor, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you joined while you saw that fantastic, lovely swing. At the very least, you joined to see one of each of those creatures from the thumbnail, which is pretty sweet indeed. Like I was saying, fantastic top deck. 6 for 7/7 trample haste. That's pretty good. But possibly 5 or 4, you know, with the cost reduction of Huntmaster or Marauding Raptor. Oh, fight, take out Shieldred. A lot of nice things indeed. Mono red control. I guess that's what I'll call it. Destroying a lot of lands. Maybe they wanted to go that direction, destroying a lot of things just to bring the pain to mono green devotion, which I faced once tonight. There are some days I'll go without facing mono green devotion at all, which is kind of nice, I must say, but yeah. Yeah. I guess it depends how you feel about control. Are they playing a bunch of spells that kill things and then they just play some big haymaker later on, something like that? But definitely blue. You think control, counter spells and that sort of stuff. And then you mix in white or red or whatever it is. Yes, definitely. But this, I'm going to keep it. Crazy, I know. I've made stuff like this. Oh, there we go. We got 2 lands, but still, paying the 2 life. I want a T-Rex. Oh, this is getting intense. There was no land, so we got 5 closer to another land, potentially. However, painful stuff is going to happen to Marauding Raptor. Or seeing Keruga, the Macro Sage. This is 5-color Enigmatic fires whatchamacallit. Sammy, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. But yeah, I do expect Leyline Binding. They've got a Mountain, Plain, Swamp, Island, Forest. So Leyline Binding could be coming down for cheap. Next turn though, they don't have a source of white right now. I could go double marauding next turn, maybe. At the very least, draw out Leyline Binding with this marauding, and well, we'll see. If my hunch was correct. One white. No, okay. This is very good. They don't have Leyline Binding. That is a big plus. Painful stuff is going to happen. Shifting Ceratops. If both of these things survive, I can go marauding next turn for 1, have plenty of total power and reduction, playing Ghalta for 2 quite easily there. Sammy, I am running the package of Tyrranax Rex, Carnage, Tyrranax, and Kogla and Yadaro. A playset of all those 3 creatures, maxed out Scary Dinos, plus Ghalta, of course, but just starting off with a lot of the painful, big, costly dinos, and that's about it. I've wanted to do something like this for quite some time, and tonight is the night. Lots of big heavy hitters, perhaps too many. However, Kogla and Yadaro, you pseudo-cycle it, destroy an artifact and enchantment, shuffle it back into your library. You fight. You do all kinds of fantastic stuff. Hopefully Enigmatic Incarnation, they don't grab anything too painful. Well, they do. Omnath isn't so bad. Oh, and we got the 4th land. We got Ghalta. That's where it's at. Boom. Omnath cannot block Shifting Ceratops. It is part blue. That is nice. If Omnath wants to block Marauding, that's perfectly alright by me. I just have to hope they don't have a sweeper next turn. Although the fact that Omnath blocked kind of makes me think it's going to be Supreme Verdict. Or they just have another one. It would be nice to take them down without revealing the fact that I have Back to Nature to destroy all enchantments at instant speed. Oh, touch the Spirit Realm. Oh, nuts. You're going to get rid of Ghalta. I sure wish I had another copy in hand. It sure is good I'm using more than 1 copy, because, you know, player for cheap. Yeah, that's good, that's good. I was thinking I might have Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. I didn't want Marauding Raptor to be damaged and potentially taken out. Shifting for 3, Ghalta for 2. And we're off to the races there. However, maybe they have something that can deal with the shifting with the Ghalta. Oh, got him. Oh, Sammy, I'm running a lot of nasty stuff. Perhaps it seems a little bit scary. And again, it might be a little bit overkill, but I think I still get there often enough. Commune. You grab a land if you need to. Boom, you keep the hope alive. Castle Garenbrig gets you an extra mana ahead. Effectively, again, tapping for 2 green. Tap 5 lands, get 6 green. You have reduction, you can play Tyrranax Rex. Shifting to buy some time, and Thunderherd to stably ramp. Oh, yes, very nice indeed. But, of course, it can be kind of painful with these 2 things. They die often enough. So things can get slow. Just having a Thunderherd as the stable ramp, maybe it's not enough. Perhaps move T-Rex or something else. Bring in Topiary Stomper, of course, for more ramping power, but it seems like I get there often enough. Sometimes Topiary Stomper has just been overkill. I get flooded even without Topiary. So I'm like, I'll risk it a little bit more and just overkill. Well, just kill. I want to kill him. It's kill or you lose. But yes, Back to Nature, 100%. Ghalta, I think. It was nice. We saw both copies perfectly to get the job done. 1 T-Rex. Just because leyline binding, they could, cast it for a single white. There's a pretty good chance with treasure tokens and other lands that they could easily pay the ward 4 cost. I've never really liked it too much against this particular deck. I mean, Boseiju, of course, does destroy an enchantment. Man, this... Okay, I'm keeping that. We got 3 lands. Commune with Dinosaurs could get us to the 4th one. Castle Garenbig, of course, powering out Carnage Tyrranax eventually is very nice. But again, save Boseiju, just in case. Another Castle Garenbig. Karplusan Forest. I do need 2 sources of red if I wanted to straight up play Kogla. But I'm probably going to be doing its pseudo-cycling ability, so we'll see. I might need 2 red down the line. Otepec Huntmaster plus Marauding Raptor. Speaking of Otepec Huntmaster, well, there we go. Just hope it doesn't die to Stomp. It does die to Stomp. Okay. I'll just play the opponent's deck as well. Not too bad. Things haven't got out of control yet. Castle Garenbig has to enter tapped at some point. Still, no actual forest, so that certainly seems good right there. Hopefully Marauding sticks around. Oh, this I kind of like. Well, I don't want to give them another land. If I went Boseiju, I could do Kogla's ability and get rid of Fable. The same way just using Boseiju would get rid of Fable, but they don't get a land if I did it this way. Certainly got to be that. Do I want them to sculpt their hands? Nah. Let's just do it. Hopefully drawing a 5th land here. Well, it might be underneath, you never know. Hopefully. Ugh. Well, at least they're starved in the land department. This is good. They've got a treasure token, unfortunately, and well, Thunderherd Migration it is. Hopefully we're safe. Actually, what am I doing? I can just... Yeah, I'm going to reveal the dinosaur and then also play Huntmaster. Yeah, maybe we live. Huntmaster, of course, might block Bone Crusher Giant. It might just die to a whole lot of stuff. But at the very least, Carnage Tyrranax next turn. Kind of thinking of Brotherhood's End, but still. They don't have, I think, enough creatures that Brotherhood's End hits. Bone Crusher, of course, is always lovely. But if it was just that, and maybe a Goblin token, I don't think that'd be worth it. I certainly don't have a whole lot of artifacts. Maybe they make a bunch of treasures, potentially. Take 6. You know what? Well, so I'm going to take it. Use Huntmaster next turn. With the reduction, it could be nice to, get T-Rex maybe. Back to Nature, hopefully coming up. That would be good. Well, that's not Back to Nature, and that is going to be it. However, we're on the play. Good stuff. I mean, a Back to Nature right there would have been quite ideal. Let's hopefully see it. Or just a surprise Kogla and Yadaro destroying a leyline binding that exiled, maybe a Tyrranax Rex. That'd be nice. At the end of their turn, they'd probably cry, I bet, if that happened. Oh, if that's an instant keep. Wow. Oh. Yes, please. Man. Didn't even have to think about it. 3 lands, Thunderherd, Stable Ramp, Huntmaster, 2 Tyrranax Rexes. That's a little bit of overkill, of course, but of course they have a Triome, and I'd be pretty surprised if they didn't. Let's get the stable ramping plan going. I'll get a second source red just in case I want to do 2 red-based things in a turn, and still that stomping. Oh, hey. Speaking of 2 red-based things in a turn, there you go. It doesn't happen very often, of course, but well, that's that. Something's happening. Okay. Back to nature gonna... Well, it would get back Huntmaster. Marauding would kill it, so I'm not going to use back to nature yet. Maybe I will to take out Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oh, we're so close to Tyrranax Rex, though. You know what? I'll be aggressive. I'll see if they play Fires of Invention next turn. Enigmatic Incarnation. Well, it'd be Fires of Invention followed by Enigmatic Incarnation. Possibly attacking with the Goblin to get the treasure token, get their 4th mana they need. Yeah, both 2 Triomes that they discarded. They need something that enters untapped. Fable is that. It's going to be nice if we take out all of that stuff. Huh. Maybe they think we got something up our sleeve. There it is. That's all right, you know. Get to take out a bunch of good things. We lose Huntmaster, we knew that would happen, but there we go. 1 less Fires of Invention. And 1 Carnage Tyrranax. That's where it's at. I'm going to maintain Huntmaster, not Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, just to maybe get Tyrranax Rex next turn. Hopefully that slows him down enough. I think it should. As long as they don't have another Fires of Invention. I would imagine Bone Crusher and the Goblin would. Double block Carnage Tyrranax, so hopefully we do get to attack with Tyrranax Rex and just smack him for tons of damage. If Marauding's still sticking around, that is going to be quite a bit. Land, you can do it. Land. It is technically a land. Well, that's not nothing. That's all right. We know what, well, hopefully is happening next turn. Cross your fingers Marauding doesn't go down, but if it does, maybe we get 7th land and still get to go with Tyrranax Rex. Man, I do not like... Well, that's fantastic for them. Omnath, and then you play Fabled Passage. It's a land, you sack it to get another land. With the second activation of Omnath there, you get its ability to get 5 temporary, or 4 temporary mana. Something like that. Either way, Tyrranax Rex is where it's at. Marauding Raptor is pumped up to 4 power, trading with either Keruga or Omnath, so it's... we're going for it. Beautiful stuff. Of course, it doesn't make sense for them to double block. It would take both out. Yikes. Maybe they sweep us coming up. They would gain 4 life, I think, with en masse ability if another land enters the battlefield, which I'd be surprised if it didn't with all the cards they have in hand. Hey, that's alright, pterosaurs. Whenever you join, if you guys don't join at all, if you're watching later on, you're waking up, you went to sleep, all is well. Just happy to have you, live or afterwards. Yes, hey, a run is good. Perhaps I can do that, although I feel like I get enough exercise at my work. Exercise. I still call it that. Exercise. Hopefully they don't search for Tyrranax Rex. Yikes. Oh, phew. Oh, my goodness. I was getting a little bit worried there. Yeah, I lift giant sacks of green coffee beans. It is pretty good, and they're pretty dead. Got him. They played 2 spells this turn. Fires plus Unmoored Ego. Yes, it's a good way to relax, good way to wake up, drive to work. I know some of you guys listen to it on your drives and whatnot, and you still get T-Rex with this. That, my friends, is why you use Tyrranax Rex. But nice to have you here for that lovely moment. That was beautiful. Yeah, maybe you feel Carnage Tyrant is enough. Yeah, a good game, 100%. Maybe you think 4 Carnage and 2 Tyrranax Rex is enough. You don't want to pack too many scary dinos. You won't be able to play them. I don't think that's the case. Often enough, I get enough lands. I get Castle Garenbreak. Again, that's a turn ahead for this. Cost reduction is a turn ahead. Thunderherd Migration, you're a turn ahead. Combine Thunderherd and Castle Garenbreak, you're 2 turns ahead for Tyrranax Rex. Or Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 with Thunderherd and Castle Garenbreak. 5 lands on turn 4, including this, to make the 6 green. Joey, yes, yes. Oh, it is. It is, I must say. Seems like a no-brainer. It's a fantastic creature. Then, of course, you get the cost reduction potential of Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, Thunderherd Migration. Maybe, well, it's another dino that you can use to reveal, reducing Thunderherd Migration to 1 and a green. But hey, this 1 Tyrranax Rex is good. The second one, beautiful. Maybe you're facing life gain. They have a bunch. They're not feeling too worried, and then you hit with 2 T-Rexes the following turn, and they get to above 10 poison counters, and they just die at that point, no matter what life they're at. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. Going back to when I first combined Carnage Tyrant and T-Rex, it didn't seem quite right, but hey, we get there. Often enough. Maybe not often enough for some people, but I think it's often enough. This hand, though, yeah, it could be better. We'll try 1 mulligan. Oh, that is much better. Absolutely. Bunch more lands with Commune, possibly, hopefully grabbing Marauding Raptor. Then we power out a turn 3 Shifting Ceratops. I was tempted to keep Carnage Tyrant, but I want to play things safe, especially since I did mulligan. I'm 1 card down. I gotta try that. I definitely gotta try that. Knight of the Stampede for Castle Garenbreak, 100%. But yeah, Knight of the Stampede for 4 dinosaur spells. I'm pretty sure it's dinosaur spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. It's a 2/4. I'm pretty sure I haven't used it a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure it's a 2/4. So it survives 3 damage from Brotherhood's End, and yeah, that is nice. This is extra nice. I mean, we see Huntmaster hasty shifting against what might be, well, Dimir Control. Nuts. At the very least, we don't have to worry about shifting being countered. But yeah, I think I gotta try Night of the Stampede. Maybe tomorrow night I can call the stream the Night of Night. Night's Night. I'm gonna figure out a pretty good pun if I do that. But that is good. They don't have anything at instant speed for 1 in a black, a blue and black that can take out shifting. So I think shifting is going to stick around quite some time. But hey, even at 22 lands, you see right now we're staring at 7 in the top 10. Well, not exactly the top 10. Man, I guess I did pass up these big things, which there would be a very good chance I could have played, but still, I wanted to play it pretty safe. And oh, they have nothing for Huntmaster, my goodness. Yeah. Knight, yes, I think I should spell it as a N instead of a K-I-K-N. Knight. I'll say hello and welcome to Night of the Stampede. This is going to be a fantastic night where we're going to put the lights out. Fright Night. Something's there. I'll work on it. Tyrranax Rex next turn against something that counters your things. But still, maybe Huntmaster and Shifting live. We get to T-Rex next turn, and that is good. Will be a 6 lands, including Castle Garenbreak, making 7 mana, and they're dead. They're just dead. But yeah, that is a good point, Pterosaurus. %. It's kind of like, well, it is a good blocker, the 4 toughness. Of course, dinosaurs aren't very popular, and there's not a lot of people trying out things like that. And it's definitely something I really should have tried out before. It's been years and years, and I've never seriously tried out Night of the Stampede. Again, I always had Huntmaster, so I assumed I should just use this and Drover of the Mighty and Thunderherd Migration, but reducing dinosaurs by 2. I mean, if you have something for 6, Thunderherd Migration on turn 2, you get to 4 lands on turn 3. You play Night of the Stampede, as long as it lives, you can go Carnage on turn 4 with 2 reduction. You know, lots of things. Oh, Joey, 100%. It is nice. A lot of people have Shifting Ceratops in the sideboard for a good reason. They're not playing dinos. It's very good against stuff that counters. It is nice to start off with it, I must say. And I mean, T-Rex as well. We're just packing a ton of hates. However, we didn't see any rogues. It still could be Dimir rogues. I do have a hunch, though, that's probably just regular Dimir Control, and we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep it pretty much the same. Maybe Savage Stomp, but again, you would expect to see at least 1 rogue by that point. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. It is. Minus the haste, I mean, sometimes you don't want to attack, but I think packaging the cost reduction, just 2. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe I'll work on it tonight. I might not have the list ready for tomorrow. I imagine I could. I could probably just whip it up after this match. A live Night of the Stampede. A special night with night. Oh. Max cost reduction. That's for sure. That's a little bit too risky. 2 lands, 2 things for 2. Probably countered or killed. 1 mulligan. Oof. Okay, I can work with that. Definitely nice seeing 2 shiftings. That's certainly not nearly as expensive as the other stuff and the 3rd land. So we'll get there. We'll get there. And the Castle Garenberg. Oh, beautiful. We got 4 lands. We've got shifting at the very least. Oh, it is so good. Just 1 green. You leave behind that temporary buff. A lot of the fight spells, they do +1/+1 until end of turn, +1/+2, or they don't buff whatsoever. So it is good. I want to try it out a little bit more. It's been quite some time since I've had the package of Ripjaw Raptor and Savage Stomp, either to start off with or in the sideboard, but I don't really like Savage Stomp just because it is dead if they have no creatures out. It's not often that you face something with absolutely 0 creatures, even Azorius Control with the Samurais and the Sharks and whatnot. Hopefully get to something good at some point. Perhaps that is Saw It Coming. Yeah, we get shifting next turn. Regisaur Alpha the turn after that. Feels pretty good. I do want to try that, I must say. Something that gives counters on Raptor Hatchling just to save it. Oof, more lands. We're getting there. I'm okay with taking 2 from Stomping Ground. Again, hold off on Craig Crown or Timber Crown pathway as long as possible, just in case I need that as a source of red or a source of green. I don't want it to maybe mess me up. But yeah, I've tried that before with the Raptor Hatchling. Turn 2 Marauding Raptor, turn 3 you play the Hatchling. You have 2 left over with your 2 other lands. You enter full control, and with Marauding Raptor's ping on the stack, you put the 2 counters on Raptor Hatchling, it survives the ping, and you just go off from there. However, hasty shifting, we get Tyrranax Rex next turn. I feel they have Saw It Coming. I imagine it Saw It Coming, so I might as well go the thing that can't be countered. Take him down a notch. Shieldred's Edict, man, maybe. Okay. That's alright. Oh, that is not too bad. Ashiok, Nightmare's Muse, though, I'm gunning for that guy. Yes, indeed. Oh boy. Public enemy number 1. 100%. Maybe. Hey, you know what? Marauding Raptor, I like. Thunderbolt Migration. I thought I had another source of red there. I was going to go Marauding plus Regisaur. A little bit of a goof. Yeah, we're still ramping. Do some good stuff. But Ashiok, though, I don't want that thing sticking around too long. Another shifting would be nice. Oh, they exiled a shifting off the top there. It was a shifting in Marauding Raptor, I believe. I'm going to try and hit it. So it's not Saw It Coming. Good, good. I didn't feel safe playing Regisaur Alpha. They still might have counter spells in hand, of course. They got plenty of stuff. But Ashiok, that thing, it scares me. losing another Regisaur Alpha, huh? Certainly sad losing shifting, but hey, maybe it gets us closer to another T-Rex coming up. Hopefully we don't have to sacrifice him though. I just want to stop making 2-3s, and I don't want to have to worry about, oh, they might do the, interesting. They could pay the Ward 4 cost to bounce Tyrranax Rex, but again, they might make us sacrifice it with Shieldred's Edicts. Okay. No counterspell is nice, or one that would... Ah. I see. Just keep up the pressure on that thing. Oh, so close. Certainly would have been nice to take him out. Maybe next turn. At the very least, they can't go with the -3. That is good. Tyrranax Rex is safe. They don't have anything that can make us sacrifice stuff. That doesn't do the trick. Oh my goodness, folks. Oh, you saw a T-Rex go exile. Oh yes, yes. I wasn't even looking at that. But hey, that's why you want 4 copies, because you just get another one. Well, they have a sweeper. Maybe. Just in case. I was going to take out Ashiok anyways. The other one would have connected, taking them down to 12. But that's still not low enough for me if they do something bad to everything. Extinction events, in particular, I'm a little bit worried about. I guess not. Well, double Tyrranax, let's go. I think there's still one left, yeah. We see 2 here, 1 in exile. That would be pretty good to see a third. Or shifting, or Kogla and Yadaros. Lots of hasty, scary potential. Lots of haste just overall. Like I usually like to do things. Oh, they're getting desperate. Searching for that extinction event or something that can deal with at least one of these. They basically have to deal with both next turn. If they only deal with one, they're still probably done. This game, I certainly had a lot of fun. I'll leave Castle Garenberg in there. Maybe they feel like going Thoughtseize or something. Is that it? There's the sweeper. Okay. There it is. Keep the land in hand. Make them take 2 for nothing. And top deck a shifting Ceratops. I don't think I have any more. Well, that's not a shifting Ceratops, but I'll certainly play it. I know we have that. How many shiftings are left? 1 in exile. 2 in the graveyard. Okay. They can't hide, they can't run, but they can do very painful things. 1 more T-Rex. No, that's not a T-Rex. We don't need more lands. T-Rex. T-Rex. Okay. Carnage turned, yeah. Another T-Rex. Oh, that's not another T-Rex. We'll just hold out hope. Oh, I don't have any more basic lands to grab. I don't. Okay, come on. You can do it, T-Rex. I only need to connect once to get 10 poison counters. Oh. We still didn't see a T-Rex. Coming up. T-Rex. Oh my goodness, folks. If they can't do anything to this, they die. Oh boy. Oof. No shielded Zeta. Cross your fingers. Oof. Boom. There you go. Dead. The one thing that got the... Oh. Yes. Oh, it makes it so much better that it's live, I must say. They got fried. Boom. Wait for
Tough
it.
stuff.
1 second. Yeah, punk. Certainly very good. Oof. I'm just glad a lot of you guys were there to catch it. Okay. I don't get too excited. That, of course, was very exciting. So I use, the clips and memes and stuff just to show how I'm feeling on the inside. I know. It's always nice when it's something milling. You're crossing your fingers. You see a shifting go down and you're like, oh, what's it going to be? But there's so many things. Shifting wouldn't have got the job done, and the one thing, the one copy of the one thing, wow. Doesn't get better than that. I know, heaven. That's... Whew. Man, that was beautiful. I think I'll leave it there for tonight. We're close to 2 hours. It's nice to leave it on a positive note. It has been very fantastic, I must say. Let's pause for a second. Go back to last night's list using Topiary and Wayward. Actually, I think it was this. I have to free up space often because I'm tweaking things. No, it wasn't this. That was before. I deleted the list from last night, but it had Wayward and Topiary. Sometimes ramping, maybe focusing on getting Ghalta out, not the best thing, but still having multiple copies of Ghalta in is very good. But trim Wayward, trim Topiary, get a bunch of ramp, commune, have all the big scary dinos, and wow. Man, that is good. Yeah. Seemed to work out. Just having shifting often enough, buying us time right in the middle, threatening to trade or stopping the aggression because all the opponent's creatures are weak, too weak to take this out. Maybe they just have Bone Crusher Giant. But yeah, my goodness. It worked out often enough. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll leave it there. Thanks everybody for watching right now, later on, whenever it is. Take a bite out of that like button if you haven't already. Definitely do so. Chomp them. Get the job done. Subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be fantastic. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night, morning, evening, afternoon. Whenever it is, wherever it is you are watching, have a good rest of your time zone. Rome, Germany, Peru, Colombia, everywhere. Yes, a great stream. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too tired. Right. See you tomorrow night, hopefully. Have a good one, and yes, even hit the bell. Good stuff. Definitely hit the bell whenever you can, and stay notified of stuff. I gotta mention that more. Yeah, I think it's a good way to finish. All right. Peace.